I'm going to apologise. This is going to be quite heavily edited, I think, as I have forgotten how to Flosstube. And I just keep stopping and staring into nothing. So, yeah. So the reason that it has been a long time since I did a Flosstube, so I potentially could just be speaking to myself. But if anybody is still out there, or if anybody stumbles across this, hello, I'm Jenny, and my channel is called Silver Bunny Stitches, because I love bunnies. So the reason that I've been absent for quite a long time, I will address before I get into anything else from this video, is that I had a new knee. I had a total knee replacement about 7 weeks ago now. And although the knee replacement in itself went really well, the consultant's really happy with it. It wasn't a straightforward knee replacement. I was in a really bad car accident about 16 years ago, and I basically shattered the bones around my knee. My knee was put together a bit like a jigsaw. So we knew it wasn't going to be straightforward, but he ended up having to cut tendon as part of the operation. So that meant I spent the first 5 weeks in a splint, which was super fun. So basically couldn't, loads of stitching done, but wasn't really functioning. Just starting to, I got rid of the splint 3 weeks ago now, and I'm just starting to get down onto one crutch so I can actually like get stuff and bring them to the table in order to do a Flosstube. My son also had chicken pox in that time, which was also like super awesome timing, because when mummy was like not even able to look after herself, trying to look after a child who, he wasn't like sick or poorly or have a temperature or anything, he was just covered in spots and bouncing off the windows, off the walls, because he was bored and he wanted to be out and doing things, but he couldn't because it was covered in spots. So yeah, that was awesome fun as well. So my life's been kind of boring. It's been a lot of stitching, which has been great, but yeah, a lot of recovery. So because I've done like an insane amount of stitching the last couple of months with not being fully functioning in other ways, I have got a ton of finishes and a ton. So this is my finishes pile. Yeah. And this is my haul pile. Who knew that lying in a hospital bed, unable to sleep because you're in so much pain at night, would cause me to go on to all the stitching sites and buy all the patterns. So I literally, over the weeks, I just kept getting sent more and more patterns. So yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous. So I'm going to do a whip parade later, and today is going to be a finish parade and a haul, what I've bought. So we'll get started with my finishes first. I think there potentially could be one or two of them that you've already seen, just because it's been so long ago that I can't remember if I showed them, but who minds seeing gorgeous projects twice? So these are in no order because I have no memory of when I stitched and finished any of these things. But I have one fully finished thing, which this is the one where I'm not sure whether I might have shown it before, but it's my Spinosaurus, which I did for my son. And this was super fun to stitch. Absolutely love it. My son has a dinosaur themed bedroom, so he absolutely adores having this here. And I'm going to show you my back. Look how awesome. Yeah, no, I wasn't bothering to finish it off immaculately, technically for a gift, but my 6-year-old doesn't really care whether the back looks nice. He's interested in the front. So yeah, it was super quick to stitch up, this one actually, and it's on kind of like a green mottled fabric. And when I finished it, I thought, oh, I'll start another dinosaur stitch for him. Only the one that I picked is like loads of stitching, and it's like been 3-4 months and I'm still kind of plodding away at it, but I'll get it finished at some point. But yeah, so he's finished and he just sits on the side in my son's room. It's my first time displaying anything in a hoop that wasn't a circle either. So yeah, he looks awesome. Then I also finished, well, here's one I did earlier. This I did a few years ago. It was from the Cross Stitch magazine, and you probably can't see it. It's on Sparkly AD. You can see it in real life that it shines through the trees. But I absolutely love doing it, and they came out with another one, and I wanted to do both of them so I could display them alongside one another. And I finished, I don't think you even saw this one. I think I started this one like post knee. So yeah, again, it was another lovely fun stitch, absolutely gorgeous. The fox's face does look better in person, and it's on 14 count. It's just like 14 count white Ada but with sparkle in it. I just get it from my local needle shop. So that is that one, and I'm going to get another hoop and I'm going to finish it in exactly the same way as the other one. This is one which I was previously working on and you will have seen. It's my Dimensions Geisha. She is stunning. It's the kit fabric, but I dyed it because I didn't want to do the background stitching that they had on. She looks absolutely gorgeous. But we discovered, I think these were called Lazy Daisies. The, I don't even know what you call them in the blossom, the leaves. Oh, I did not get on with them. Did not get on with them. I think I had to put them all, I think I did all these ones and then I ripped them all out and put them back in again. I just could not get the hang of them. Yeah, I loved doing most of her, but I ran out of some of the kit fabric towards the end, but luckily I was able to go into my local NNS and pick out the right sort of colour. Yeah, I love doing her. I found the gold quite tricky to work with. She's got quite a messy back. But we don't care. So yeah, so she's gorgeous. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to display her yet. As you know, I'm not particularly good at fully finishing things. So there's lots of things here that are finished, but just the one thing that's fully finished. What else did I finish? Oh, I finished my Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is probably the pattern that I am proudest of that I've done. It's my first proper full coverage and it looks absolutely stunning. So I don't think you can currently buy this pattern because it was from a designer called Luton Cross Stitch. I think that's how you pronounce it. But they are a Russian designer, so at the moment their Etsy store is not functioning, I don't think. So you've got all the fellowship there, all finished. And there was actually loads and loads of backstitch that I did not appreciate that there would be. Let's see whether you can see all of them. And some of the backstitch was a nightmare around the people, but they look fantastic and I couldn't be more pleased with this. So this one is going to be framed, probably professionally, and displayed in my house somewhere. My aim in life is to have a library in my house. Now we do have a spare room, but it's currently my son's playroom. But eventually, one day, it's going to be my library and my reading room, and I'm going to have wall-to-ceiling shelves for all my books. Right, so that's that one. That was just on 16 easy Easy Grade or Easy Count fabric. It's my first time using it. Yeah, it was good. What's next? This one I was definitely working on my last video, which was from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I think I'd started doing Halloween and I got one of the pumpkin and half a ghost, but they're all finished now. There was a weird thing which I thought might be a frisbee here, but I wasn't sure it was, so I ended up leaving it out. But I'm super pleased with how this one's finished. I might do this one as a flat fold. I did do a flat fold once and I realised I didn't like flat folds, but the horror has it's in the past now, so I need to do it again and then remember that actually I hate doing it. So, but yeah, so that one's finished. I don't know if I wrote down what the fabric was called for this one. Let me refer to my notes and see. It was on 28 count linen, which I don't often use, called Melicor by KLT Charting, which is a UK company. You will have seen this one as well. That was my Moonstruck by Mill Hill. And this one I absolutely adored it because it was all the colours that I love the most, like purples and bright pinks. I nearly forgot to put the bird on, but my 6-year-old was like, "Mummy, you've forgotten to do this." So yeah, love all the beads. Absolutely gorgeous, this one. I've done so much stitching for Halloween this year. And I'm going to have nowhere. Well, actually, I do have somewhere now to display, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, absolutely loved that one. And it's inspired me to get some more that are in my haul pile. This was a kit that I bought. I can't remember now who the designer was, but it is technically a pincushion, and inside the kit they send you everything that you need to make it up into a proper pincushion, but obviously I haven't got that far yet. But yeah, loved doing this one. Unfortunately, I don't really like any of the other ones the designer's done, but if they come out with something that I like, I would definitely get another one of these. They're gorgeous, and that was another one off Etsy. But if anybody wants to know who the designer was, I can look it up for you. So just drop me a comment if there is anybody apart from me, possibly my parents and probably my sister watching. And then we obviously had the Ukraine being invaded by Russia that's gone on since I did my last Flosstube. And I purchased a Stitchy Princess Black pattern from Etsy, and I stitched this. I bought some other patterns from other designers, so I'll show those in the haul section as well. But this was absolutely gorgeous. I'd had my eyes on it for ages, and then they were doing a hashtag Stitch for Ukraine, so I decided that I would get it and do it. But I've done this little fox in the middle with Ukrainian colours, so that whenever I look at this piece and whenever anybody looks at this piece, they will hopefully know what it represents, or they will ask and I can tell them what it represents. Yeah, I just pray that he'll come to his senses and he'll pull his troops out, but I can't see it happening, but I pray for it to happen. It's awful. There's actually a family just around the corner from us who have taken in a Ukrainian lady and her 2 children, and I see them walking to school every day. Yeah, and my heart aches, because although they're somewhere that's peaceful and tranquil, they should be at home with their extended family, and it is awful. Yeah. So after I'd done a lot of stitching after my operation and I was on crutches. I pulled a muscle in my shoulder and I couldn't hold a hoop up. So that doesn't, we don't like things like that stop us from stitching. So my mum's suggestion, I just swapped to doing smalls. So I've got quite a few smalls that I finished because actually I couldn't hold up the hoops to do any of my larger projects. So I had another Mill Hill kit, which I bought and finished. So Trick or Treat, it says. It has a little star ornament on it. This one looks absolutely gorgeous, but it's the only Mill Hill kit I think I've not enjoyed doing. I'm not sure why, because all the colours in it I think are lovely and go together, but there was something about stitching it that I didn't enjoy. But I love it. And it actually came with a magnet, so I'm going to get some of my felt from upstairs, finish it off, make it into a magnet, and it can go on my fridge with my other Mill Hill ornament when it comes around to Halloween. And that should happen because it's sort of like a super easy finish, so there's no excuse why I don't do it. And then I have the most like teeny tiny finish in the history of teeny tiny finishes. He's so cute. I actually found that web really tricky to stitch. The rest of these I think are mainly just like smalls that I bought or been given like in years past, and I just shoved them at the back of a drawer. And then I pulled them out and decided to do them. So yeah, it's a cute little spider. There's this one, which I found as a tiny kit. I wonder whether I got it from a charity shop at some point, but it was actually from 1997, this design. Oh, it was so old and retro, like totally kind of blocky kind of edges on things. Didn't really enjoy stitching this one up much, but I think it'll make a lovely card. Plus I was quite limited as to what I could stitch on at that point. But yeah, little basket of flowers. I got this from Marie's Cross Stitch, which is a UK website, and they seem to sell some like different kits, and this is like some sort of weird, it's not like the normal plastic that I've seen in stitchy shops. It's like some like weird thicker thing. Absolutely love the design, love how it looks. Loved stitching up half of it. It was fine stitching up the actual cross stitch bit of it, but when you got to the back stitch, these holes are pretty small, and you were trying to put, in some cases, you know, you'd already got each one of these was already filled, and then some of the back stitching was 2 strands, and it was physically hurting my hands to get the needle to go through. So that bit I didn't enjoy so much, and I had to do it over several days because it was just a killer. It got to the point where I was like using the table to help me push the needle through on occasions. But he looks absolutely adorable. There's a second one in the pack that I got. This was part of my silly haul that I bought. But I think I might wait and I might do him on fabric. I don't know, my son's claimed the other one because he likes the look of it. So yeah, we'll see. Also, I don't know what was off with my measurement, but I'm like, I've got like 1 stitch here and like 4 or 5 stitches here. So I did not do a very good job at centering this pumpkin. We only have 2 left. 2 left. I've got another Mill Hill kit. This one I absolutely adored doing, and he's so cute. Ooh. So yeah. I do want to get some form of little like Halloween tree or something, and I think he would look absolutely gorgeous on there. This was so much fun to stitch. I never liked doing the handles. Handles? Not handles. What do you call them? The stringy things that hang things up. The stringy things. I never liked doing the stringy things very much. But yeah, it was lovely. Gorgeous. And I absolutely cannot wait for Halloween this year. But yeah, there's a little charm on them. I do love the fact that they include little charms in each of the packs. So, and the last finish. This was my, I ended up with a nighttime stitch. I think it's because, first of all, I couldn't sleep because I was in pain. I was having stupid pain levels. I'm used to my pain. I'm used to chronic pain. I've had arthritis for years. I've had back problems because of the arthritis. I have tendonitis in my feet. I'm used to chronic pain. It doesn't faze me too much. What I couldn't cope with this operation pain is that it went like that. So I would, 1 minute, I would be in agony. And 5 minutes later, I was in barely no pain at all. And I could not cope with that. If it's going to hurt, just hurt. And the painkillers are basically doing absolutely nothing. They're giving me Oromorph and, what was it? Cocodamol, I think. I never get on particularly well with those. I'm much better with tramadol. I think I was in tears at one point, and the nurse was like, I was saying to the nurse, I was like, I just cannot cope with the fact that, you know, I've just sent the nurse, the like junior nurse to fetch you because I cannot cope with the pain, and you've come here 3 minutes later and it doesn't hurt anymore. I was like, I cannot cope with that. So they moved me back onto my original painkillers that I came with, which is tramadol, and it settled down, thankfully. All of that to say that I ended up having a nighttime stitching piece. And then when I got home from hospital, they wanted me to lie flat, but I couldn't lie flat because it was hurting my hips. So I was then lying upright, but that was, or lying like reclined on the sofa, but that was then causing me upper back pain. It's all gone now, but so yeah, I had a nighttime stitching piece for a while, which was just when it got painful, I'd get that out and it would help. So I picked up this one, which was from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I've changed it a bit. The design didn't have yellow in the windows and doors, and it also had a big ornate frame around it, but I decided not to do the ornate frame because my plan is, give me 1 moment and I will show you my plan. My plan is to get a big hoop like this to put it in, so it's already going to be in an oval frame, and I was like, I didn't really want to put an oval frame within an oval frame, but then I thought neither could I put an oval frame inside a square, like an oval stitched frame inside a square frame. I didn't think that would look right. So anyway, I decided that I would just leave that off, and then I'm going to get a hoop like this, I'm going to paint it black, and then I'm going to stick that in, and it's going to look really good. That's my plan. Anyway, yeah, it was quite easy because I could just do the outline on it, and then I could just infill at night. So yeah, it was quite an easy one. I don't have any more nighttime stitching now though. I don't think my husband would be best pleased now I'm kind of well enough to sleep back in our marital bed if I was turning the light on at like 2 AM to do some stitching. Occasionally I do go and sleep in the other room if I'm struggling, and yeah, but anyway, so that is the finishes part of the video done. We will now move on to the ginormous pile of haul. As I said, I'm blaming the operation for this. I know, probably like the last time I spoke, I was just like, I don't need the patterns because the patterns are in the shops. Apparently when I'm in chronic pain at night, I'm like, yeah, all the patterns, I need them. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so as I say, there are a few of them, so settle in. This is by Mandarinx Designs, who I found on Instagram. Absolutely fell head over heels in love with this design. I'm gonna wait to start this till I finish some of my older, larger designs, and I've actually got a Pride and Prejudice sample on the go, so I definitely kind of feel finish that one and then start on another one. This one I also found through Instagram. They Farben Die Farben des Wassers, the colours of the waters, I think this one's called. Now, I've been watching somebody on Instagram who's stitching this, and it looks absolutely stunning stitched up. But this website was entirely in German, so I was I speak rudimentary German because I took it as GCSE, but yeah, it took me a while to figure out what I was getting and make sure I was buying the right thing. But I've got it as a PDF now, and it's gorgeous, and I can't wait to start that one either. But I'm gonna have to, because yeah. I bought some smalls. I wanted to get some that were suitable for making into cards for men, because all the stitching that I tend to be drawn towards is stitching on cards for women. I thought it'd be nice to have some for men. So I think these are probably all from Lakeside Needlecraft, and they're the Stitchlets ones by Mouse Loft. So these ones don't come with the cards, well, the cards and the envelopes and things, but they just come with the floss and the fabric and the needle. They have some, I can't remember what those ones are called, but they actually come with the card for you to be able to make it up entirely. So I've got a little lighthouse, it's cute. I've come to the fabric pile, so I'm going to do the fabric next. I got my KLT charting fabric of the month that came through. I think we're a couple of months behind where we should be because she had COVID, but this was August 2021, and it's called Beside the Seaside. Actually coming up really true. It is such a bright vivid blue. So I will find something to stitch on it, but at the moment I have no idea what. And it's 16 count plain Ada. So that's that one. I bit the bullet. I think I talked about the fact that I was doing an Autumn Lane stitchery. What was it called? All Hallows Eve, All Hallows Haunting. And I'd started it on a cream, and then I realised that it was totally wrong, and I hadn't appreciated how important it was in Adam's design, some Autumn Lane stitchery, that you had the correct fabric. So I bit the bullet and I ordered some Picture This Plus, is it? Yeah, Picture This Plus Murky. I had to get it from America, so it took quite a while to come. I don't know. I've checked my measurements twice and it says I'll be fine, but I don't know, it looks too small. I don't know. Be fine. Even if I have to like cut off part of the design, it'll be fine. We'll do it, we'll make it work. But yeah, so that was Lugana, which I don't really stitch on, but yeah. And then I got this fabric, which I need to find out what it's called. It's called Sea Witch. That's such a cool colour. This one I do have a pattern in mind, so when I get to the pattern for it, I'll say that that's the one that goes with. But yeah, it's a gorgeous colour. And that is from Chromatic Alchemy, which are a UK-based company. And as I was ordering one piece of fabric from him, I decided I might as well order a second piece. So I don't have any plans for this, but it's called Calypso. And on my order form, it says it's count 14 Ada, but it is totally not count 14 Ada. So I think that must have just been a mistake. It's count 16. But yeah, It's gorgeous. It's very sea-like. So I don't know, maybe I've never stitched a mermaid. Maybe I could put a mermaid on it. Who knows? So that's my fabric haul. I next have a couple of Mill Hill kits. This one just arrived today. I started my mini Equus Haid, and I was kitting up the numbers, and there was 032, so I was like, oh, it's number 32, and then number 32 arrives and it's blue, and I'm like, pretty sure this horse doesn't have blue in it. And I looked, and it was 032 is a Krennic, and apparently the 0 is important. I just thought that they stuck the 0 there, just I don't know, but they just stuck it there. But no, apparently it's important. So yeah, I had to order the Krennic, and I was like, I am not paying for delivery from Lakeside Needlecraft because my local NNS doesn't stock it. I was like, I'm not paying for delivery for like one spool of Krennic. So I've ordered a kit as well. So I got this one. So it's Mill Hill kit, buttons and beads. It's a wonderful life. So I'd probably start that one in the run up to Christmas. Help me get in the mood. Yeah, although I'm not looking forward to doing that background. That background looks like it's going to be quite intense and boring. I don't like block stitching very much. I got this one, which looks super cool. And it says Wonders Ones. Oh, there's pumpkins. And that little pumpkin has eyes, little white eyes. That's cute. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting that one. So earlier I showed you the pumpkin that I had finished. That was from Marie's Cross Stitch. You see, I can't even tell you who the designer is. I'm assuming, again, possibly Eastern European language, but I don't know. But yeah, so I've done this one, and I've got this one to do. That's one that my son has claimed, which I might do on Ada or on some other form of plastic Ada, but perhaps not the one that's included in the kit. And then I did an order from a company in the UK who stock patterns that are from America, so which is good because then I don't have to pay all the import costs myself. So I got that one, which is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it says Snow Village. I thought they were cute. I ordered this one. And that says Trick or Treat Boo Halloween Week by Madame Chantilly. I have never done a Madame Chantilly before, so we will see what I think about that one. I ordered Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. So it's sort of like the alphabet, but with kind of like spooky words in there. You can never have enough Halloween patterns. And the last one I got, this one I've been meaning to pick up, and was really why I put the order through with the shop, is that I wanted the fox. I fell in love with this one when it came out, and I was certain that I was going to love the entire series based on this. And sorry about that. Apparently my phone has a maximum amount of video time that I'm allowed to record at once, and I reached it, so it cut me off. Fox. So fell in love with Fox, was expecting that I was going to fall in love with all the others, and then the song came out and I was like, that's quite nice, I like that. But unfortunately everyone since I've liked less and less and less and less, and I don't understand why I like them less. But anyway, so I think I'll just do the Fox and be happy with him. Then I fell in love with a pattern that was released by the Black Needle Society as part of their box. I think it must have been, I don't know if it was Agatha Christie themed or it was just a murder mystery themed, but that's the one I fell in love with. The impossible could not have happened, therefore the impossible must be possible in spite of appearances. Agatha Christie. And this one somebody stitched up and it looked absolutely stunning. So I actually went to the Black Needle Society Vault online and bought it and had it shipped over because I liked it so much. So yes. And then the last pattern, I started following somebody new on Instagram, and she had her like picture was a cross stitch pattern, and I was like, I absolutely love that. And I said to her, where'd you get it from? And she said, oh, and I got it from Sew It All. So I went onto the Sew It All site and I could not find it anywhere. And I contacted them. Well, I could find it, but there was no picture with it, and there was nothing that said you can purchase this. It was just, you went onto patterns and it just had the name of the pattern there. So I said to them, oh, I'm wanting to buy this. How can I get it? And they said, oh, we're not stocking patterns like that anymore. She said, but if you send us £6, we can send you 6 patterns. And that is one of them. I was like, £6 for 6 patterns? That's a bargain. That's like a £1 pattern. So I must admit, I don't like all of them. I won't be stitching all of them. But 3 of them I really like. So that's the 6 they sent. So that one I'm not a fan of, that one I'm not a fan of, and this one I don't know whether I'm a fan of, but I think it would freak my 6-year-old out, so we're definitely not stitching that one. But that's the one that I fell in love with, which is on here, and I really like these 2. And I'm also thinking, can I have like a haunted house kind of thing going on? I can like get them all and frame them all together, and they can be like some creepy house thing. So I'm like, yeah, we like that idea. So yeah, I've got those. So that's it from the physical patterns. We now have all the non-physical patterns to go through. The digital patterns that I bought, yeah, it doesn't stop here. There's more. I purchased this one, which is Joey Jones. I had my eyes on it for a while. And who is it I'm following? Rebuilding Rosie on Flosstube. She's lovely, absolutely lovely. I'd highly recommend watching her. She was doing it and it looked absolutely stunning, but I think she changed the fabric. So yeah, so I have that one. I've also bought my, well, I say I bought, I didn't. I bought a pattern and then I asked my mum and dad if they would get it me for my birthday, which is in a couple of months, and they were quite happy with that. So I bought my first Gecko Rouge, which has arrived, but it's gone to their house. And it's another Pride and Prejudice one. You can see, guess what I like reading. Yeah, I really liked this one. So yeah, so I've got that coming soon, and it's all ready and it's all waiting for me. Now I'm going to have to pause the video because I've just realised that I need to go into and find all the rest of my patterns. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. These I purchased primarily to support Ukrainian designers. So they were like pre-knee operation. So I can't blame the knee operation for any of these. So this one is, I think it's just called Ghost, but it's by Witchy Spooky, I think her name is. Oh no, it's Oh My Stitches Shop, honestly. That one I thought was pretty cool, pretty fun. Oh no, I've made the, me and technology, I've made the laptop freeze. The laptop's not on the laptop. Come on. Work with me, technology. Okay. bought this one from Maya Stitch, Maya Stitch, Hogsmeade. I'm considering putting some of these into my Harry Potter Stitch Your Own adventure. But I got that one and this one from the same shop, which is the Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Express. And I also, I'm not quite sure, oh yeah, got that one, which is a deer and a feather. As I say, my son's name means little deer, so anything with deer and stags on, I absolutely love. And we're back again. My phone just had a complete and utter meltdown. So we're going to have to do some splicing, I think. Can't remember where I was, so I had to go and like charge it and then like remove all the videos, and yeah, so it's been about a quarter of an hour, so I've forgotten entirely where I was. Yes, the feather was, I absolutely love deer because my son's name means little deer. So yeah, anything with stags on, deers on, I have an affinity for now. There are more, don't worry, there's more. I have literally bought everything, all the patterns in all the world, it feels like. I would say I'm going to put an embargo on and not buy any more patterns, but let's see. So this is the season to be spooky. The orange on here, oh, it just got me. It's gorgeous. Perfect. And that was by Embroider Design, author Embroider Design. And let's see what's next. Kits by SA Stitch. Gorgeous, gorgeous design of the fox. I love the fact it's got 3 tails as well. That's really random. Oh, come on. Technology is not... See, my phone's gone wrong. The iPad's gone wrong. See, the screen won't even move. Technology does not like me. Come on. There we are. Might have something to do with the fact that my son dropped the iPad on the floor and has partly broken the screen. Could have something to do with that. So Kits by SA Stitches, this one as well. That is so high up my list of ones that I want to do. That is just the cutest thing ever. Like a ghost cuddling a pumpkin. Green pumpkins. Who thinks about doing green pumpkins? That's just like, oh. She gets me, this designer, I think. Suckered into buy another deer. I think there might have been a buy 3 pay for 2 offer or something from this shop. But, sorry about the lights. I'm filming in I usually film in the lounge, but I'm not today. So that was from Oh My Stitches shop. I've bought quite a bit from Oh My Stitches shop. This is the dinosaur one that I'm part of the way through for my son, and I've got like this bit left up here. But he wanted me to do the Velociraptor next, so yeah, I'm partway through that one. I'll show you that in haul. That's probably the thing which is like closest to being finished next. And then, of course, Headless Horseman. Again, the oranges. I wouldn't say I'm like a major orange person, but in terms of Halloween, I'm a sucker for that sort of orange. I'm very tempted by the Glendon Place Sleepy Hollow sort of headless horseman. Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's the next one to do for my son after I finish the Velociraptor. And then the last one from this shop is this one. I look after a little Cavalier King Charles Spaniel as sort of my job. And yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I have to stitch that for her owner because I think she'll absolutely love that. And if that all black and tan, that would be the little dog that I look after. It looks just like her, the outline. I think that might actually be it. Might be. I'll just check. Let's just go into the second page of the Etsy just to see. Yeah, that's it. That's all of them. So yeah, I bought quite a bit, as I say, because I was supporting the Ukrainian designers, and then my op. I don't usually buy many things, but I just went like crazy. I'm blaming all the drugs they put me on. Yeah. It's the only explanation for it. It's nothing to do with me, really. So I'm gonna sign off now, and I will come back and do a whip parade. I think it's been so long and it's like halfway the year, so I might as well do a whip parade, and as part of the whip parade I'll do a life update sort of thing as well. Oh, the other thing I bought is what's sitting behind me, this gorgeous dresser. I sold my car at the beginning of the year because we established that we didn't need 2 cars anymore, so we both sold our cars and bought 1 car. So I used the proceeds to buy this dresser and to have our utility room redone. But yes, I absolutely love it, and it just stores cross-stitch stuff basically. I think there's a couple of drawers that have like other stuff on them, but apart from that, just cross-stitch. So excited. I've always wanted a dress like this, so yeah. So cool. Happy dance. Anyway, I should probably go because I have to go and get my son soon from school, and then I have to take him back to school because it's the end of like term disco tonight. So yay! Everybody take care, and I will try and post the next video in like maybe next week. That's gonna work. 3 months time maybe. Yeah, no, next week. Thursdays are good because my son finishes school slightly later because he goes to a sports club. But yes, but I will go and I will spend 3 days getting this onto my laptop to edit it because I suck at editing. I suck at technology and it doesn't work for me. But yes, so that was all my haul and all my finishes. And I think maybe I'm allowed some of the haul because I mean I did. I mean that is a chunk of finishes, isn't it? That is, see, it's all falling off. I mean that is like, come on, there's more. I mean that's like, you know, if you finish that you can justify some like purchasing, can't you? It's pain purchasing, people. Barely nothing to do with it. Okay, right, I am going to sign off now. And I'm gonna go and hide this so my husband doesn't see it. And I will see you all next time. So everybody take care of themselves, okay? And happy stitching. Bye.